On that day, humanity received a grave reminder. Let's play out our little isekai fantasy. I'm not gonna spoil Castlevania again. Vera's the demon lord? Are we gonna fight right now? I've seen this one before. If you die in the game, do you die in real life? Let's find out. I don't know when Kuro is gonna cut me off to do these little character stories, but hopefully not anytime soon. When is the server? We can find this out. Hello, friends and gamers. So we need to find this out because in one of the last videos for PGR when we did Selena's story during the Timeless End patch, because it's like this is going up in like November. I'm sorry for being so behind, but also I'm not. Anyways, I just want to see when weeklies reset. No, it would be dailies. 5 hours. So the servers reset in 5 hours. I don't think the servers will close before then. So I think I do have those 5 hours to finish this, but we have like 3 hours of content now. Because also it says there's still a full day here. So I think we're okay. I think I timed this correctly, but like I have to get them done now. I had dinner. I am very full and I still have a little bit of my little fun non-alcoholic drink left. And I should notice the piano keys here. I'm corn plating. We are gonna do Vera's story. So at the very end of the long dance songstress, the story event thing for Selena, Vera actually shows up, but like it's not Vera, but like it's totally Vera. And seems to be working against us, which is really interesting. So I'm just gonna make sure there's not one for Zetavi because that kind of puts a wrench in everything. I don't think so. Yeah, okay, because it would be like right here. So there's not one for Zetavi, which is great because we don't have time for that. I forgot I was having a package delivered and it was late. So my package was just delivered. Am I going to cut the recording and come back? I am actually. All right, we're back. Pilgrim's Remains. I had to get the package because it had like something heavy in it. So anyways, we have our comic. My brain isn't working anymore. We have the comic and fully voiced story. At the beginning of the shenanigans for Selena, I did try another stage of the challenge stages. I don't want to do those. So we're going to go straight to Pilgrim's Remains. There's 6 parts. And chapter 1 has the manga section, and then chapter 5 is the other manga section. Okay. So these did take 3 videos last time, 2 chapters of video, except not really because the first video was chapters 1 and 2. The second video, if I clip it right, is 3, 4, and 5, and then 6 is its own because it got kind of long. So we'll see. I probably am going to be very concise with splitting these into like 2 chapters of video because it just worked. It's just, we need to make this easy. So 3 videos. We are doing the character story bit for Vera Garavor, and we're starting with the Sprout. Mighty and fearless warrior, take our finest sword, journey to the castle, and vanquish the demon lord. Now, if this is shorter than the other one, I'll be okay with that. But it's weird. It is weird that Vera showed up. And we're just, oh my god. On that day, humanity received a grave reminder. I beat. I listen, I don't know if that's the whole point, but it would be kind of funny if it was, because Vera shows up with this frame, right? But with Selena's story, it was just kind of like the whole entire history leading up to the pianissima frame. So I don't know what this one's gonna be, because it's like, it seems like it's a fantasy narrative, but also I think 21 was like reading a book or something. But what are we getting ourselves into? Like this it's giving Attack on Titan, like a little bit, you know? But this is also a reused asset, so it's the castle. This was also in the Fantasia event. So I don't know what to feel about this one. We'll get into it. We'll like speed through the beginning because I have no idea what's going on, but we have to do the beginning to know what's going on. So I've said this before, but all the best stories just get going, like the beginning. They just throw you into it. You just start, and then you figure it out on the way. We need a little bit of plot, then we can get the exposition, and then we get more plot. Anyways, the 3 villagers, singing in exaggerated tones, hoist the Chosen One up into the air together. So who's the Chosen One? Oh, it's me! Commandant's the Chosen One. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So this must be a fantasy story. That's how we're involved. It is kind of... Thinking of it, because this is the castle background from the Recitativa di Fantasia event, it is kind of funny to see it now, because it's like, we were kicked out back then. It's this guy, this NPC model. Now he's a blacksmith. Listen, I've said this before. I have no problem with games reusing assets and like little limited side events that are never going to get a rerun, quite frankly. Especially if those assets are like the castle background, that is a beautiful illustration. So I have no problem with it. I'd rather have more stories than like good stories than like crunch time and people like, you know, does this make sense? Anyways, the blacksmith busy working at his forge gives a deep grunt as he uses tongs to pull the red-hot Sword of the Brave from the furnace and plunges it into water to cool. Seeing everything clearly, the hero falls deep into thought. Like, look how beautiful this illustration is. I've seen it before and I'm still like floored. My throat is also working against me, so this is gonna be great. I won't record anything tomorrow, I swear. If I record anything tomorrow, it's gonna be like short little stuff, I promise. Isn't this just my standard pistol? System, open your eyes and tell me, does this look like a sword to you? The system speaks! Questioning not permitted. Modeling resources limited. See, they're also reusing assets. What did we say? Does this look like a sword to you because it's a pistol? That's so funny. A mechanical voice echoes in your mind, accompanied by a faint sensation of pain. Did we literally just get reprimanded by a machine? Damn, okay. We got reprimanded by the VR headset. It's still kind of funny though. Into the demon castle. So instead of it being a book that 21 was reading, it's like a... It's like Sword Art Online? Is this what we've ended up in? Oh, so we can cheat the system. Awesome. Yep. Depart immediately. Okay. Hopefully these stages will be a little shorter. That'd be kind of great. See, this is also another asset that they used in Recitativo. So, like, I have no problem with the asset. Like, the assets are good. Also, the vibe is the same. They might as well. After 3 full days of arduous travel with the village's finest sword in hand, the hero finally sees the majestic castle looming before them. Ba-bum! We meet again. The massive castle, covered in dense thorns, looks even more sinister under the night sky. This is where the legendary demon lord resides. Let's play out our little isekai fantasy. The problem becomes apparent. Though the castle's main entrance is clearly visible, no matter how many thorns you cut down, it seems impossible to reach the door. Wondering about the true identity of this demon lord who can, quote, turn anyone into a monster with a single glance, unquote, you grip your weapon tightly and prepare for a confrontation. I just imagine this like fantasy narrative and it's like, you know the meme? It's like an old Tumblr meme that's like, it's like a giant book and it's like XYZ story as it's written in canon. And then there's a very like a book that's maybe like 5 pages long and it's XYZ if so-and-so had a gun. That's literally this. Or literally bring a gun to a sword fight. But the script is way too over the top. From the thorny bushes nearby comes the sound of whispers, deliberately amplified by the system. Fair enough. See, now it feels like Castlevania. I'm not going to elaborate. But now I'm thinking about that scene again. That was a messed up scene. Anyways. Sometimes you just think about a messed up scene every now and then. Still mad about that. Anyways, I'm not going to spoil Castlevania again. It happens every couple of weeks that I accidentally spoil Castlevania. I'm not doing it again. But is this another effect of the cheat system? Oh, we can hear them. That's why. Maybe? Oh, did we sneak up on them and that's why they're screaming? Yeah, with our not sword. Before the boss could finish speaking, a dazzling blade of light flashed out of nowhere. The hero's face suddenly appeared before the 2 ill-intentioned thugs, interesting word choice, the, quote, village's finest sword, unquote, still gleaming with brilliant afterglow. So are you looking for me? The hero points their weapon at the 2 figures behind the thorny bushes, eyes sharp with determination. We say, judging by your outfits, are you the Demon Lord's guards? This is the mini boss. This is the mini boss before the big boss. The hero briefly sizes up the 2 guards, then decides to train their weapon on the stuttering one, while choosing the other guard, the one who seems more capable of following their reasoning to negotiate with. We say, answer my questions if you don't want to lose your buddy here. First, state your names. Technor? Technor and Howitzer? Okay, question mark. We say, how do you two? But then it's cut off and we just say, ugh. We got our VR headset snatched. A sharp ringing pierces through the hero's mind, forcibly cutting off their words. Oh. This is so cursed. I feel like, I mean, I guess if it's not coded, then fine. But also I had a brief moment where I was like, does the game just like not know? Like the game should just know. And then I was like, wait a minute. That's why people want to put AI in video games. And I don't like that. I take it back. We don't want that. But also I don't want my VR headset to reprimand me. So we can huff and puff. The hero periodically tormented by intense pain, or rather, The actor playing the hero in this virtual script suppresses their frustration and chooses to follow the system instructions. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I'm not as interested in this one as I was with Selena. I think it's because we immediately start with Selena in the last one and this one, and it's like familiar. It's something I know. It's like continuation of other parts of the story. This one I'm not as interested in. If I'm not vibing with it by the end of the video, so like that, we'll do like a first hour situation. If I'm not vibing with it by the end of the first 2 chapters, I think we are, if the first 2 chapters go by in like 20 minutes, then we'll do it quickly, but we'll do the whole thing. But if not, I think I am just gonna skip it and get my black cards, quite frankly, because also my back hurts from sitting up and recording, so. But is the demon lord inside the castle right now, we can ask. And no, so that's great. Where are they then? Howitzer's gaze darts around nervously, looking behind the hero. Despite the splitting pain in their skull, the hero's senses remain sharp. They quickly notice something wrong. Veins slowly creeping along the ground, and a breeze from behind. So the boss is like here. So there was no mini boss. It was a lie. The mini boss was a lie. It was already too late. Yeah. So who's voicing Technor? Because they sound familiar and they're doing a great job. Oh. Vera's the demon lord? Interesting. Why does that not surprise me? Why does that not surprise me? Am I gonna have to fight her? Are we about to fight right now? A crimson black gale sweeps in from behind, instantly raising the thorny vines to the ground. The hero instinctively raises the village's finest sword in defense, only to receive a direct punch to the chest from the crimson black figure. A suffocating sensation instantly spreads through the chest as vision begins to darken. Before consciousness fades completely, the last thing visible is the smug grins on the faces of those 2 guards. Is this a scripted fight? It has to be, right? And now the guys are fighting. Now the minions are fighting. So we're going into the castle. It's not just game over. So it's probably scripted, but we recognize the voice. Of course we do. As thought process shut down completely, only one idea remains in your fading consciousness. I should have used my cheat system more aggressively. But whatever, it's just a virtual scenario after all. This unexpected failure will probably kick me out, but it won't, because this was a scripted fight that we were scripted to lose. There's water drops, and after an unknown amount of time, your consciousness gradually returns, catching a faint sound coming through the darkness. The monotonous sound of dripping water echoes in the darkness, slowly pulling scattered thoughts back together. We can open our eyes, or struggle to open our eyes, and struggling to focus, you finally adjust to the dim light, only to realize the scene before you is completely unfamiliar. A cramped space with a sturdy iron door. This is clearly not the World Government Association of Arts' virtual scenario experience chamber. See, in the Selena story, it just uses the acronym, and I could not remember for my life the entire, like, government name of WGAA. And now you think they would have said it in, I cannot remember for my life, but I knew it was World Government Association of Arts. I'm pretty sure. I knew 3 of the words. I didn't know if it was association, but I'm pretty sure that's what I guessed. I don't know. It was last night. My back hurts. My back hurts and I can't think straight. So we wonder if we're still in the scenario. And just as you raise your hand to check if the virtual connection device in your head is working properly, you feel something strange against your wrist. Oh, we are handcuffed. Your wrists are bound by sturdy shackles. My tracking might glitch out because I'm entering shrimp mode in my chair a little bit because my back hurts, so just let it be. You clearly failed in the scenario just now and never even saw the Demon Lord. Logically, the system should have logged you out automatically. We are in Sword Art Online. You see, I can't remember what the Season 1 first half world was even called, like, for my life. All I remember is Elfheim, because that was, like, peak. I mean, the Season 1 first half game world was also interesting, but does anyone remember what it was called? Because there was Elfheim and there was Gungale. I don't remember the first one. But you're still trapped in the scenario, and from the looks of it, you've been locked up in some kind of prison cell. Press F to unlock handcuffs. Despite your gesture, the shackles don't budge an inch. So we can force quit with escape. Obviously, we've all been there. Everything around you remains completely unchanged. Something isn't right. There must be a problem somewhere. The words you heard at the World Government Association of Art float back into your mind. And also, if they use the whole government name, again, I am just going to use the acronym at this point. Ayla! So, it literally is a sword art scenario. Interesting. And I will say this right now. I have a love-hate relationship with Sword Art Online because the premise of it could have been so good. But my experience with it, right? First half of Season 1, amazing. It was really good, actually. I really liked it. I remember I watched it as like a kid and I was obsessed. For the second half of season 1, most of it really weird, but the world, the world's really good. Story though, really, really weird. But then the very end of the second half of season 1, so like the season itself, I cried. I still think about that as like peak television, quite frankly. It was so good because they did like a different storyline for a little bit, and that storyline was really good. Season 2, I liked up until like the last couple of episodes. I actually liked season 2. Hot take, I liked up until the last couple of episodes. I don't think it needed to get as dark as it did to make the point, like get the point across, quite frankly. But overall, I decided to watch season 3. Like as an adult, I couldn't get through one episode. So that's my review of Sword Art Online. I have a love-hate relationship with it. So the premise of Sword Art getting stuck in a video game, I actually find intriguing. So I could like this. I wanted Ayla to show up in the other story. Why was Ayla, like Ayla shows up by name in Selena's story, but come on. I want my friends, my friendship. Ayla and Selena's friendship is so important to me. I would have loved to see more of it in that little story, but I get what they were trying to do with it, so I understand. The system will automatically log you out. Haha. Haha. It's not doing that. You can always force quit. Yep. We got stuck in the game. I've seen this one before. Oh, well, this isn't my first time dealing with a system issue. It's troublesome for sure, but at least you won't suffer any real damage. After all, just a virtual scenario. All right, we gotta say it. Gotta say it. We're here, aren't we? If you die in the game, do you die in real life? Let's find out! Looking around, everything appears in stunning detail. The simulation technology renders each element with such realism that it's impossible to distinguish between reality and illusion. The iron railings, the distinctive damp and moldy smell of the dungeon, and the pressure imposed by the shackles on your wrists. Everything creates a thoroughly immersive experience. With no way to force quit and all in-game interactive buttons completely disabled, it seems you'll need a different approach to solve this predicament. The hero looks down at the incredibly realistic abrasion marks on their wrists, noting how even the subtle sensation of pain has been simulated. So the system is talking to us again. Interesting. The system is narrating for us. All right. We say, wow, there's even a narrator? You're still here? I thought you were dead. Oh. Okay, so we're not stuck in a game. Ayla is technically controlling this from outside the game. Okay, so we will not, if we die in the game, we will not die in real life. We will just be booted back out of the game. Okay, good to know. Thanks, Ayla. The system casually drops a puzzling statement. So did Ayla really say that? The hero lowers their head, looking once more at the abrasion marks on their wrists. According to Ayla's comment about the super realistic experience, if I treat this as a real predicament to solve, so we're going to search on the ground, and soon the hero finds a piece of wire among the scattered debris on the ground and starts to review the lockpicking course from their FOS training in their mind. Carefully working the wire inside the keyhole of the shackles, you soon hear the satisfying click of the bolt releasing. So it actually worked! As the shackles hit the floor, a new system message appears in the hero's retinal display. The act of breaking free seems to have successfully triggered a new sequence, updating the mission progress. Now we're getting solo leveling details. All right, so into the demon castle. Our current main objective is to escape from the prison cell, and we're on stage 2 of that because we finished stage 1. 0 affection from the demon lord, and the final objective is 100. All right, so it's another Otome game. We have 52 hours. All right. Yeah, is the system malfunctioning? Glancing at the mission description, a strange feeling wells up inside you. Something is definitely not right. Yeah, because this turned into a Demon Lord Otome game. What the heck is affection anyway? I'm supposed to raise the Demon Lord's affection. According to Ayla, this was supposed to be a script about a hero defeating the Demon Lord and exploring the world. How did it turn into a romance game about raising affection? It turned into... There's like anime with this. This is literally just anime Otome game. The game. That's what this is. Because it like keeps taking like tropes and things from different anime, even the Demon Lord. Like, it's kind of, is it kind of giving Overlord a little bit? Kind of. There's also like an anime that's like, there's so many about like romancing the Demon Queen or something. Like there's so many like that. I haven't watched any of them, but I know about them because I see Crunchyroll tweeting about them. They probably are fun. I should really get back into anime more. But I've said this already, I've been on like a huge, this year specifically, I've been on a big reading kick more so than other years. And I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks, so there's that. Anyways, how are you guys enjoying this? Is it on your second monitor like an audiobook? Let me know. But according, oh yeah, romance game, yeah. So are all of these like otome game style scenarios? Because the Selena one was, but honestly, it was written really well. So, you know, we'll see with this one. I'm not as interested yet, but we'll see. On top of that, the one whose affection I'm supposed to raise is the Demon Lord. It's giving light novel. The system must be malfunctioning though. We can force quit or try to force quit again. Nothing happens. You know what though? If anyone was gonna talk us into doing a little Demon Queen romance otome game by covering it up as a just everyday dungeon crawler situation, it would be Ayla. That one doesn't surprise me. Yeah, something isn't right though. So let's shout for the guards. Oh, they're back. I've been talking this whole time and they haven't come up to me till now. Where were you? Drawn by the noise, the figures of Technor and Howitzer appear, staring at you suspiciously. So we need to interact right now. Press F to interact. So at this point, it really is like turned into like sim. Like there's no like game controls or anything. Shut down. I'm gonna be so, I don't know if I want to keep doing this one. I'm just not as into it. And I love Vera, especially I love Vera's Japanese VA, but like I don't know if I'm into this one. So like if this is like we could treat this, if this is like an otome and visual novel situation, we could treat it like a first hour play or nay thing. And if I give it a nay, does that mean I get to skip through and get my black cards? I might do it. Howitzer reaches out his hand as if to check whether the legendary hero might be running a fever. I think we'll go through all of the part one, skip the other parts, and then we'll do the final part. And we'll call it a day. But I want to do the manga sections. I don't know, because also my back hurts. We'll see. Maybe this will end like on a really cool note, and then we'll keep going. I'm not sure. I'm gonna gamer head tilt until then, though. Maybe I just don't like Technor. I don't know. I like Technor, though. The guards bring another set of chains, fastening them securely around the cell door. So we've now been put down to 0 out of 2, which is great. I didn't know that could happen. After all that struggle, the mission progress has actually gone backward. I didn't know that was possible. The plan to interact is if following a virtual script has completely failed. Time to face reality. Recent experiences confirm the fact. Neither objects nor people can be interacted with through convenient virtual interactions. They must be treated as real. At this point, you can only rely on your actual abilities to advance toward the final objective, raising the Demon Lord's affection to 100. No matter who this Demon Lord really is, you must first make contact with the mission target to continue advancing the process. So we have to talk to Technor again, and we ask, would it be possible for me to meet your Demon Lord? I could listen to Technor talk like all day, I think. So I heard that. One glance at the Demon Lord turns you into a monster. Radiant as the sun. I think because this one's supposed to be more haha funny that I don't like it as much. Sure. I don't know who's lying. I'm like in the space of is this the like right game mode, wrong time, and if I had done it earlier and not like had to speed run everything in one day, would I have liked it more, or do I just not like it? I can't tell. It's one of those situations. Cause like, am I uncomfortable right now sitting in my chair? Do I want to lay down? Absolutely. Like, do I want to go to sleep? Yes. But also, like, you know, it's like I'm also not enjoying it. So is it because I want to go to sleep, or am I just not enjoying it? I can't tell. I think we're gonna do the speedrun strat. We'll do this stage and the last stage just to see how it ends, and we'll call it, and we'll try to guess what happened from doing those 2 stages. So fun! The 2 guards lose themselves in their own world, endlessly singing praises of their master. Right at that moment, the crisp sound of footsteps echoes from afar, interrupting their self-absorbed monologue. Good, because I would like to actually get a move on with this, because maybe I'll change my mind. The guards immediately fall silent, their faces frozen in terror as they stare into the darkness behind them. Hi, Vera. I'm not gonna bow to her, but I do think she's pretty. Before the source of those footsteps even emerges from the darkness, the guards are already bowing deeply, cold sweat covering their foreheads. Can robots sweat? Aren't they machines? Oh, yeah, we do. At least we get one manga section with this part 1. The newcomer's steps stir up a breeze, making the dungeon's flames dance in response. The footsteps draw closer, echoing through the confined space. Yeah, I feel like this is like the vibe of like indie games I've played before. Oh, Vera. I'm not begging anyone. I'm curious how this ends. I guess we do hit 100 affection, but we'll find out. But this voice, I kind of want to do the whole thing, but also I'm like not as interested, so maybe we'll just kind of go through it a little faster. Cloaked in darkness, the figure draws ever closer. They get me with the manga section. Seemingly intimidated by her invisible aura of authority, the guards maintain their bowing posture, not daring to even lift their heads. Yeah, these might be a little bit more like lighter on commentary just because I'm not as interested in it, but also I kind of want to finish it. The dungeon's dim light conceals her face, but her red hair blooms like a rose in the darkness of light. This is such a cool shot, by the way. She tilts her face slightly, casting what seems to be a meaningful glance toward the imprisoned hero. Like, it's so cool. Hold on, I'm gonna move the box for like 5 seconds. My model's kind of like in the wrong position, but like it's such a cool shot. I can't make the dialogue box go away, but like that's so cool. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled story. Wait, ooh, our door's open. That's probably not a good thing. Oh, you know I haven't done a whole bunch of reading in one night before in a while. Because I am getting snivelly. I thought this was fixed after my surgery, but no. All right, guard opens the cell door. The rusty hinges creak as the hero steps out, finally tasting freedom. Bye-bye. At least we have our hand is still the same. We're not wearing like a fancy outfit or anything. Hi, Vera. You know me, come on. After receiving the answer, she steps menacingly toward the hero. The dim light finally illuminates her face, and we're gonna be like, oh, it's Vera! She surveys everything before her with a casual smile, while the guards beside her bow their heads respectfully. Unlike the others, the hero doesn't bow before her. The lion does not concern itself with bowing. I said the meme, did I do it right this time? She instead stares at her face. Oh, we stare at her face in stunned silence, because we know who she is. It's Vera! It's Vera! A slight smile appears at the corner of her lips. The hero had wondered many times what this demon lord, who supposedly turns anyone who looks at her into a monster, would actually look like. It's Vera! We got buzzed again. We got hit by the VR system. A searing pain surges through your skull once more, infinitely more intense than before. And we're getting the warning again. The hero does not concern itself with the knowledge of the demon lord's identity. Am I gonna keep making that joke now? Yeah, probably. The game kind of technically did it first. Oh, we don't know the script. Why are you yelling at me? This isn't right. The one going insane is the system. I do think it's the system. As the hero writhes, I think that's how you say that, in agony, the demon lord instead savors their painful expression, an excited gleam lighting up her eyes. It is Vera! So, oh, because we're not supposed to know who she is, but we do, so she does use the name Vera here as well. Yippee. Does it mean I got booted from the game? Because I wouldn't be mad about that. What is this, Vera? The hero struggles to lift their head, and surprisingly reaches out toward the demon lord, their supposed enemy. So, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I got slapped. The demon lord swats away the hero's trembling hand. Okay, just my hand got slapped. Still not great, but it's better than getting full-on slapped. Okay, Vera, whatever you say, Vera. Question marks. I'm not saying your name again. That moment of recognition seems like an illusion as the demon lord quickly returns to her usual self, arrogant without leaving the slightest crack in her facade. I'm curious if Vera also has on a headset and is also doing this, and that's why she had like a moment there where she switched and like seemingly recognized us, but also it's like, that's the whole point sort of thing, you know? We are a sassy little mouse. This is so weird. Like it ends and it's like, oh, surprise! Vera also had on a headset. This is just like acting out. This is like VR roleplay? That's getting weird, considering it's romance-based. Oh, does she also have a gun, or is that our gun? Because I think that's our gun. Can I have that back, Vera? A gun appears in her hand. Yep, the very same village's finest sword. The weapon originally meant to slay the demon lord has been confiscated by her instead. There she is. There's Vera. The wielder of the gun slides the barrel across her cheek, fixing the human before her with a playfully menacing gaze. Vera, sweetie, don't do that. Don't do that, Vera. Then she points the gun at the human in Minecraft, mind you, but it's in the PGR simulation. This is gonna be the weird one, isn't it? I'll do it, sure. Did she not want? You told me to do the thing! I did the thing! Vera! Doesn't matter how fast I do it? I did it. Alright. That's a line for sure. Get me out of the game, Vera. I'm not flinching. I'm going to remain unflinching. Even though they cannot predict whether this vision of Vera possesses her own consciousness or what she might do next, a subtle feeling flashes through the hero's mind. The hero makes no movement, simply gazing calmly at the barrel of her gun. Well, it's our gun, but I guess now it's hers. Crash! Confetti! I love Sparkle, Honkai Star Rail, and Honkai Impact 3rd for that matter. With a loud bang, a shower of colorful streamers erupts from the gun barrel, spinning as they flitter down around the human. Ha ha ha. Amidst the falling streamers, the Demon Lord's face returns to a satisfied smile. So this is her, I think actually this is her outfit that this story is based around, or at least this part of it. She moves in close to the human, her fingertip lightly tracing their face, as if announcing the rules of her game. So is that all? We good? Sure, Vera, nothing special. You say that again, I'm gonna skip your entire story. I'm kidding, but also not. See, this one's weird, and I don't know how long this part's gonna last, so I think this one, we will skip it. Next time, I'll do them earlier. I just didn't realize that these ended when they did. I'll be better about doing the content for the collaboration event, so we'll do this stage, I'll skip the other stages, like, go in, skip them, and we'll do the last stage. We'll see if I can guess the ending. Let's see if I can guess the ending. So with her words, the system text appears once more before your eyes. We completed, and we have -10 affection with the Demon Lord. Yeah, that sounds about right. Grey Raven's Commandant, also known as the hero, stares at Vera wearing a coating they have never seen before, and lets out a heavy sigh. And it won't let me click through. There we go. Completing the Demon Lord Affection 100 objective might be far more difficult than imagined. Fearing the hero's inappropriate behavior might cause trouble, the bowing guard nearby frantically signals with his eyes. This is a very pretty model, that is for sure. But this is the skin for sure. So now we just have to contact our affection target, which that's sure. The true mission of Into the Demon Castle is no longer as simple as defeating the Demon Lord as Ayla claimed, but rather to establish a higher affection level with Demon Lord Vera within the system's allotted time. In this virtual world, she is the true sovereign of everything. Experience is realistic. Ayla! You threw me into an Atoma game. Let's just call it. I was trying to think of an adjective that would not get me demonetized, and I couldn't. So, exceed expectations. This truly has exceeded expectations in every possible way, in the most literal sense. Yes, so did no one notice the system malfunctioning? I don't even think it's malfunctioning at this point. WGAA's typical whimsical style again. Yeah, I think she knew exactly what she was doing. Ayla, I think she knew exactly what she was doing. Seeing the hero still has not answered, Vera reaches out and firmly turns their face towards her own. I mean, if you didn't have interest in a mime, could I get... That's why you don't die, because you can't die in an Atoma game. For the most part. For the most part. There's some where you do. Anyways, I was just thinking about the most appropriate words to praise the Demon Lord, which is why I forgot to bow. Just as the guard said, "Your Majesty and mercy." What is that even talking about? Are too overwhelming to look upon directly. Repeating these hastily borrowed phrases from the guards, even you feel somewhat guilty about the insincerity. We're just playing the game. We're playing the game here. Vera narrows her eyes. How do you, like, get her to like you? This is like the final boss of Atoma games. I think we have to, like, not, like, act like we don't like her for her to like us. It's like one of those situations. So Vera turns and walks away, her voice utterly devoid of warmth as she issues orders to her subordinates. Oh, so now we're being put in a tower. Awesome. We gotta break out! But that's not the objective of the game! Sure, Vera, sure. I don't know if I clicked too early there. I wasn't paying attention. Sure, Vera. Oh, well, I wasn't needing to answer that question. Okay, is that it? Nope. This is a pretty room, though. That bed looks real comfy. What I wouldn't do for that right about now. Without a word, the two guards escort the hero out of the dungeon. After climbing seemingly endless stairs, they finally arrive at a bedroom within one of the castle towers. The modest room contains only basic furnishings. The windows have no bars, but the tower's height makes escape through them impossible, not to mention the dense thorns covering the castle's outer walls. Technor is still here. Alright, Technor, okay. Do we have windows? I wasn't paying attention. I was reading it, but I wasn't paying attention. I'll find that out when I go to edit this in like 3 months. So the door slams shut, and a system notification appears with an update. At least nothing's red this time. Main mission progress is completed. We have to go to bed now. We still have -10, but then our time is going to go down. That sucks. The hero becomes a prisoner once again. According to the system settings, no actions are permitted except resting. So we can't even explore? Boo! Now, drowsiness washes over the hero after such intense concentration. Yielding to the rules of the virtual scenario, the hero decides to conclude the day's proceedings. The moment you settle onto the soft feather bed and close your eyes, your consciousness begins to blur. Before falling into deep slumber, the last thing to surface in your mind is Vera's words. What were they? Oh yeah, she's gonna come wake us up in the morning. Awesome. We are gonna do the speed run skip strat at this point. Because chapter 1 took 42 minutes. I did pause here and there, but 42 minutes! I don't have the strength in me to do the whole haha silly Demon Queen Otome game scenario. I don't have it in me. But sure, Vera. Okay. This isn't the type of Otome game I love, quite frankly, so there is also that. Anyways, it has like a darker vibe, and I don't love that. It probably gets better, but chapter 2 is called Branches. She whispers into the hero's ear while slowly crushing the rose beneath her toe. Yeah, like even the feet, they got the feet. Watching the full story helps you understand the story development. Skip anyway? Yeah, skip it. I want my black cards. So chapter 3 is called Blossom. A strange piercing sensation cuts through the system's chaos, directly penetrating the hero's consciousness. All right, let's go do this one. So there's a curse. Okay. I'm gonna see if we can guess the ending. I feel like Vera was also in the sim the whole time and was just vibing with it. Oh, chapter 4 is called Drop. On the contrary, this is a dark fairy tale written specifically for you by a deranged scriptwriter of fate. I will say, I literally said it was dark fantasy, dark romance, or something like that. So I was right with that. At the very least, if I didn't guess the ending right, I guessed that right. It also says it is recommended to enjoy this after completing the main something, but it's cut off. I'm assuming maybe the main story update, if there was one, but I guess it would be a floating record, which we're skipping it, so that's fine. All right, chapter 5 has the game portion, I think. But we are gonna skip. So oh yeah, this is the one where we run around. So we probably should do this part called Withering. I've always wanted that person to find their way to someone more vast and free. So, oh, that's really pretty. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do 5 and 6 because they're the manga sections. This video might just be cut weird and that's fine. So when the last petal falls from the rose, the curse will take effect. So there was a curse, and that's probably, it's like on the castle or something, probably. As the final petal withers away, the demon lord and everything within the castle will fade into nothingness. Okay, so it was all kind of just an illusion. Interesting. I do like this part now. I feel like we had to slog through, or we probably should have slogged through the actual like Otome game scenario situations to get to the good part, but we just skipped that part. So we'll try to figure out what's going on with this. And maybe next time we'll do the whole thing. Rose petals now carpet the floor and the countdown has begun. This time, the villager's wish will finally come true, for the demon lord has made contact with the shadows, hastening the countdown. These manga shots are still really sick, though. When the midnight bells toll, the demon lord who has struggled on Earth for hundreds of years will finally perish. So did we get 100 affection? The demon lord sits in a chair, gently toying with the withering rose. Did we do it? The puppet. Who's the puppet? Is it the Hamlet boss from the one of y'all know what I'm talking about, the boss that flipped the UI and everything. I've seen people recently bringing this up as like a good boss battle, like a fun boss battle. It was so good. The Hamlet boss fight in PGR, top tier. Because you're not expecting everything to just go sideways, like literally. The puppet hero who suddenly appeared in the castle has long since departed, their brief time together like a beautiful dream she had not experienced in ages. She still remembers when the puppet handed her the rose, with that familiar hesitation written across its face. So this is part of the affection arc. We gave her a rose. Oh, but roses are like... Roses mean something to her, but I don't know what it is because I skipped it. But that puppet, the same look as the human, replied, oh, okay, Vera in this game is a puppet. The fire is here. I'm assuming that's related to the curse.
本当に記憶まで完コピしたのかしら。
Identical memories.
よくそんな言葉が口から出たものね。
Or are we the I think we're the puppet. Do we think each other's a...
どれだけ完璧
So we think she's a puppet, and she thinks we're a puppet. Is that what's happening? I think that's what's happening.
私はどんな
I'm gonna assume at the very
あの
least.
人にもっと広い世界を見てほしいの。
Interesting.
さあ、監視し続けてい
The
る
system. Yeah, okay, she can hear the system as well. I was right.
そろそろ立ち去りなさい。望みは叶ったらしい
She's mean to it. I want to be mean to the system.
あなたたちの勇者は私がすでに影から逃がしたし。
We went beyond the
もうすぐあなたた
shadows.
ちの村に
Interesting.
平和が訪れる。
Oh, so we go back to the village, but we're probably gonna come back and be like, Vera, I love
ハン
you.
チングに飲み込まれるまでの時間を
Oh,
一人で過ごしたいの。
so the curse is the punishing virus. Interesting. Getting a little bit too real now. She brings the rose gifted by the puppet to her lips, savoring the soft, moist texture of its petals. Why do we have to use that word? Is she like rusting because of the rose? Invisible shadows have begun to corrupt her fingertips. Soon, humanity's final stronghold, the Demon Lord's castle, will also be engulfed in darkness. What do you mean by humanity's final stronghold? What do you mean by that, Vera? What a panel. She quietly surveys the great hall bathed in moonlight. If only, she thinks, beautiful dance music could fill this space.
思い返すと、
Are we gonna show up and we're gonna do a little dance like we did with Selena?
あんなに急いであの人形に別れを告げなくてもよかったのに。屋根裏部屋に
Definitely this has to be
引き止めておけば
Vera,
全てが終わる前
because
に
she keeps calling us a puppet.
もう少し楽しめたかもしれない。
So she thinks we were just thrown into the game as a character as well, and that's why Ayla convinced her to do it.
まあいいわ。消えゆく全てに乾杯しましょう。
But also she's acting like this is very real, which is interesting. So maybe she isn't in the sim.
最後の城に。
The rose
何百年も
curse.
待ち望んだバラの呪いに。
Because she's like really playing. Well, I mean, I guess if she didn't say the right lines, the system would yell at her. So maybe she's played these games before.
私自身の苦しみに。
She's a great actress. Vera raises her glass, the bright red liquid gently swirling within. Drink responsibly, kids, but not kids because we're all adults here. She glances at the clock hands approaching midnight, then drains her glass in one go. So I haven't fully edited this video yet, but I am popping in to say we had to do another weird cut. Something about these PGR events. They're just too damn long. So I keep having to cut them in weird places. This was recorded, like I'm recording this outro to this video like almost a year after this video was recorded, right? So I haven't logged into PGR in a while. I don't know if they're still doing these very long events, but if we ever get back into Punishing Grey Raven, maybe I will finally learn that a shorter video is just gonna have to cut it and there's gonna have to be more of them because otherwise it gets way too long. Anyways, that's it for this video. I did have to split it in half. So the next one is, I'm gonna go record an intro for the next one, like right after this, and that will also be coming soon. Because the main bulk of the video, the first clip edit where I like take out the pauses and things, that's done. I just need to get these intros and outros done and then we'll be safe. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to give me a like down below as well as subscribe for more and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. As always, I hope everyone had or is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys!